I'm Dave Crispino.
We
Yeah.
All right.
And this is Ales Kot, and we're here for a signing at Collector's Corner about his new book, Zero.
Not
And
this one.
Not
that one. This one.
These. And then, of course, he's done Change and wrote a stint on Suicide Squad in Wild Children, which was your
That is
OGN.
about right.
OGN? We'll call it OGN.
Graphic novella, whatever. Yeah.
So,
It's a comic.
it's a comic, and it's Riley Rossmo does the art, and looks great. Storytelling
Thank you.
storytelling sequentially, beautifully, and then of course Change was a little bit more, I guess, what? A little bit more heavier than what I think standard comic readers are used to. Is that
I hope so.
appropriate? I think so. I mean, I read the book, so I thought so, and I enjoyed it. But then we're going to talk about Zero.
It's a bit heavier than a man in a bad suit,
Yeah.
I guess.
Or
That's a good way of
somebody
putting
getting real mad and punching things. Yeah, and there's multiple characters, and it follows multiple people and how they coincide. And
It's a bit messy.
yeah,
It's messy in all the right ways that it was supposed to be. I'm really proud of it. I think it's the best thing I've actually written.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I liked it. So we're here for Zero. So let's talk about Zero for a moment, or a few moments, or as long as it takes to talk about. First question, of course, is like, what inspired you to tell this story? And I'm sure there's other places that you've answered that question, but we're going to do this together today.
Let's. What inspired Zero? There's really not one thing. There's a lot of different tangents to it, and giving you any sort of answer like the core moment of inspiration was this or that would be kind of false. I can give you some of those bits and parts. I was always really into spy fiction.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of this classic thing where Sunday afternoon, back when I was a kid in Czech Republic, you have the James Bond movies run around 2 or 3 in the afternoon on Sundays. So one of my memories around the age of like 6 or 7 or 8, at that age, is being under my grandparents' table and watching the James Bond movie, I believe, and thinking, shit, this is awesome. I want to be James Bond when I grow up.
Yeah.
So that's one part of it. Another is learning a lot about how family background and wars that might be even long in the past shape people through generations, sometimes in ways they don't even realize at all, because they're decades past and multiple generations past. Seeing a lot of action / war fiction that kind of perpetuates or doesn't even consider the effects that it might have on people, or doesn't necessarily care about the effects it might have on people, made me kind of think, about what if someone did a story where they were very aware of the subtext of what is actually going on. How does something like this affect a person if they grew up with the idea that there are problems that you can actually solve by killing people? Because I've never seen a problem being solved by it unless it's a situation where you're directly attacked and you don't have
Fighting
another
for your
choice.
life. Yeah.
But so that was another point. Obviously in comics, a big part of comics in America is the whole concept of a superhero and solving things by punching each other. And I wouldn't say that Zero is the opposite of that, but the mindset of trying to explore the various parts of that and how it works and how it might work differently is a big chunk of what I'm doing in here. Comics like Global Frequency by Warren Ellis, which I actually just straight up ripped off the format because no one else did it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think it's a great idea for a format, except for Northlanders.
Yeah.
the Vertigo
Yeah.
series, which was also a container series and worked really well. I wanted to work with multiple artists at the same time, and I wanted to kind of get to know different art styles and, you know, be constantly challenged by the collaboration. So that was where the decision for having each story being separate and then having also kind of a common thread within it came from. And what else? I don't know, there's so many things. I mean, you know, you look out of the window and sometimes you confuse a pigeon with a drone. Sometimes you confuse a drone with a pigeon. That actually happened to me. It was after I moved to New York. I think it was like the first week, and I was on the rooftop, and a pigeon flew above me. And my first thought, seriously, was, "Holy shit, a drone!" And I just thought, like, "Wow, I actually really thought that. Like, this is the world we're in."
Yeah. And there were drones.
Yeah, and I wasn't
sightings
thinking about it as, you know, like, oh, this is horrible, or oh, this is great. I was more like, wow, this is fascinating.
Yeah, this is where we come to.
I want to explore that. I want to see what that does to people. So yeah, a lot of different things.
A lot of cool things. Well,
I hope so.
I mean, as far as where the fiction is going, where the storytelling is going.
Thank you.
Yeah, I personally like the issue. I think everybody should definitely give it a read, check it out, and come and meet Alish and meet you in New York. You'll be at
Come and meet me.
Yeah, you'll be at New York Comic Con and
Yeah, I'll be definitely in New York Comic Con. Then I'll be doing a Thought Bubble in Leeds in England in November, and then Malta Comic Con, which is at the end of November and beginning of December.
cool. So
yeah.
So get a chance, read his work, and if you're in those areas, come and talk to him, because I think he's a cool dude, and obviously he's cool enough to come visit us here in Baltimore, so.
I will talk to you if you come.
Yeah, all right, cool.
All right. Thanks.
Excellent.
What did I walk in on?